Hello everyone, welcome back. And I'm doing this video in regards to the state of the union, I guess, the state of our current team, the status. And I do have some really good news, great news actually. Members' request to join the group is exponentially rising. We've got a lot of individuals that are very, very, very much interested in joining the team, and as a result, adjustments had to be made. And this is a good thing. I believe we are coming out on the searches of YouTube. I'm not sure if people are going into YouTube directly and searching out how to grow their channel, how to get additional subscriptions. I'm not really sure, but somehow several, if not a bunch of people who've seen the intro to our group have commented, and I've asked them how they heard about us, and they said from a search engine. So that's a good sign. So let's keep up the good work. Um, Now, with some of the changes, current changes that are occurring right now throughout the team, as you have seen, is the reassignment of individuals or members into new groups. And a lot of these changes are because of hoping to better and improve our current team or group or process. Now, one of those big changes is obviously the geographic assignment of individuals. Members of the group are being put into groups of similar or nearby. Number one, this will allow group members to be more connected to one another. I've noticed in previous weeks that members have come to this camaraderie, to this team effort process, that they will encourage each other. And what better way to encourage each other when there's a good likelihood that that group would be awake during the same time that the rest of the other group members in that region would be. So that's what we did, is put a lot of you individuals in the same region or in the same location for your groups. And also will improve our ability to track the progress, the success of that group. We've heard other individuals, oh, I believe that this person's not participating, this person's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. We really didn't have a way to track that, right? Except for me watching out for who's active and who's not active. Now we do have the ability to track that. We will know if a particular region is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So what that simply means is, if the entire group is not doing well, then clearly no one in that group is participating the way that they're supposed to. So they don't really have anyone to blame but themselves, right? But if one person in that group is not gaining the right minutes or the right momentum and everyone else is, then we can isolate that problem. We can figure out, is it because you have 2-minute videos that are not being played enough? Or is it because you have 5-minute, 2-minute videos and some are being played and some are not being played? So we have solutions for that, and I'll get into that a little bit later, okay? And last but not least, one of the main purpose of reassignment by region is the ease of communications from me as an admin. It's a lot easier for me to communicate with a group of individuals if there's a good chance that all of them are awake during that time, not just for information or announcement, but for encouragement as well. It's a lot easier to hear everyone's results, hear everyone's success when it's happening all at the same time. It will boost morale. It will increase morale as we move forward into this project of ours. Okay. Now, as far as group sizes will remain between 25 to 30. I've found that between 25 to 30 members in a group yielded or resulted the highest amount of success, highest amount of minutes. It's because we can monitor 25 to 30 individuals. When we had like 50 people in a group and some members were participating and some were not, it was harder to determine who was participating or who wasn't. Now it's a lot easier. And as a result, we'll deal with the people that are not participating. And you've seen that in the last couple of days, that we will remove them from the group, and they will no longer have access to the valuable resources that our team or our group has. Okay, so again, group sizes will remain between 25 to 30, preferably closer to 25, unless it's time to create a new group because of overflows. Okay, you need to be able to report those members that you don't believe are complying or participating. Okay, if you think that you're not growing the right amount of minutes and you have the right ingredients, you have the 20-minute video, and you are always online and always playing the playlist, but you're not growing those, then of course I will have to take that into account and say, why is this happening? Why is this person or member not getting the result that they're looking for? We don't really have that many of those members, honestly, because it takes a couple of days. And a day or two later, the member will message me and say, I'm not growing yet. On the third or fourth day, they'll message me and say, oh my gosh, I've got this many minutes. Good for you. But if it does happen in the future, you are responsible for monitoring your group as well. You're not just a member. You're an asset to this team, which means if you think that someone's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, I need to know about it. It's your responsibility to tell me so that I can investigate. I can message the person, find out what's going on, find out what's wrong. And if it is really because they're not participating, well, you've seen what we had to do. This week alone, I believe we are up to five people that we removed from the team, which is a great thing because we don't need those people in our group. We need people that are willing to participate. Okay, so last but not least, group names and members have been assigned, has been completed. So you all have your new group names now, and members are inside those groups, and new members coming in will be assigned specifically to one of those regions. Okay, announcement in our webpage. If you need to find out what group you're in or what playlist that you should be playing, go into our announcement page, okay, and look for the list there. Now, if you are going to sit there and ask, where is the announcement page? You know what, for the first couple of days, I would understand that because we are part of a bunch of different groups. Before we found this group, or before you found this group, you were probably a member of anywhere between 5 to 15 different groups out there. I get it. Now it's time to actually bookmark our homepage for two reasons. Number one, if you need something, you're probably going to find it at the announcement page of our webpage. Number two, I kid you not, you will use our homepage more than you actually use your own Facebook page. Why? It's because it's where you're going to post your screenshots for your success. It's where you're going to post all of the different things that you're doing as far as being part of the group on a regular basis. It goes to show your participation. So yes, you will be using our homepage a lot more than what you would be using your own personal Facebook page. So please know where to find it. Bookmark it. I am not your secretary. I mean, I may act like it, but I am not your secretary that you can keep messaging me. Now we have 200 active members. I cannot respond to all of your messages all at once. So please be proactive. You know where to find it. Find it. Okay? So other than that, again, going into members participation, I'm going to monitor the groups and the members closely and see who's participating, who's not, and I will send you messages as to what's going on. Okay, but please monitor each other. It's the easiest way. Okay, each member is responsible to pay attention on how their group is doing, how they're progressing. Okay, eventually we will assign a group moderator. Okay, this moderator will basically try to resolve any issues or any questions that the group has as much as possible before it gets to me, because the group is way too big and way too fast, which is a great problem to have. Okay, members of the group should know who's active and who's not, is what we're saying. Okay, report those concerns to me for now until we find a moderator for your group so that we can be resolved. Okay, now for future team projects, now I know that we just did this whole new project of reassigning group members and geographically dividing the team, but we always have to look forward. We cannot be stagnant. We have goals and we have plans. And now the next thing is, because of the growth of the team, it is time to stay below the radar of YouTube. We don't want YouTube to find out what we're doing and how we're doing it and how successful we are until it's time to monetize. Okay, so because of a growth, because of the way that we're growing, we have to have different projects in the future. So number one, I am putting together, I don't know when this is going to happen, maybe a week or 2 weeks from now, depending on how much time I have. We are going to categorize playlists. What I mean by categorize playlists is we are starting to be visible in group or in YouTube searches. So if people are gonna find our group and they're gonna look at our pages and our channel, we might as well make it easier for them. Category channels, links. What that means is I'm gonna create a special playlist. None of us are gonna play this unless we really want to. It's for YouTube people, right? Playlist of, let's say we've got enough people for gaming channels. We've got enough people, certainly enough people for arts and crafts channels. We certainly have enough people for tutorials, do it yourself, DIY channels. And I'm gonna monitor that and see how many views are we getting from people that are not part of our members. Now, if you do watch the channel, absolutely good for you. But if we don't watch the channel and we're getting views, that means we are actually getting exposure from YouTube, regular YouTube watchers that are not in our groups. That's a huge, huge stepping stone for all of us. Okay, and of course, needless to say, it's gonna add minutes to all of those members that are all of those videos that is inside those channels. Now, for me, of course, it doesn't do me any good because I'm not in a gaming channel. I'm not in a in a arts and craft channels, but it's perfectly fine. My channels or my videos will eventually go into one of our member or one of our group channels that I'll put together in the future. But we certainly have a lot of different avenues that we can process that. Now, other things that that I've been asked about: are we ever going to come up with a name for our team, for our group? I believe now is the time to actually figure that out. Okay, I've heard of a couple of suggestions. The Watch. This is from the you know, the Watchtower, or from Game of Thrones. The Watch, right? That's what we do, is we watch things, right? Or the 4,000, because of the hours that we're trying to gain. If you have any idea as to what our group or team should be called, and if it's actually catchy, send it to me. And what we'll do is we'll kind of dial it in and see what sounds good, what sounds catchy, and we'll see if we can put something together for our team instead of the YouTube watchers or the YouTube support group or team and whatnot. At least it's something that we can all call ourselves being a part of, right? So in conclusion, we are certainly rocking. We are rocking solid with what we're doing and how we're doing things, okay? And this is just the beginning. For you who don't know, we started this group on, or not, yeah, it was September 5th. I started this group on September 5th. On September 6th, there were only 2 members. And so far, so good. Right now, we are 200 strong as far as active members. Not members of the homepage, but active members. So I congratulate you all for being a part of this team as we continue to grow together. Now, a couple of things you should probably realize, and some of the 2 or 3 week members probably have seen this already. You, at one point in time, you joined a group to help you watch hours. That's all you wanted to do, was join a group to help you increase your watch hours. And all of a sudden, you gain some friends or some acquaintances along the way. And in time, you will gain extended families in this group. Because as you have seen in my previous video, after you watch your 4,000 hours, who are you going to rely on to watch your videos when you're finally monetized and can earn income? This is the same group that's going to do it for you. So yes, we will be considered as extended families, whether you like it or not. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. If you do, it's a wonderful thing. So thank you for watching this video. There are other videos that are coming up in regards to do's and don'ts about the team. Please watch those as well. And I wish you happy watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.